So this is a reflection on the video from Simon Sinek, in which he addressed how great leaders inspire action. I definitely can relate to some of the points that he presented in terms of the golden circles, starting from the why, moving to the how and the what, and the importance of moving in the right direction with that. And then also his main point, I guess, which he proposed on several occasions, being that people don't buy what you do, but why you do it. I think back on my beginning with my career as an educational leader, and some of the struggles that I had, just trying to understand why some individuals bought in to some of the initiatives and some of the goals that I had set forth, and why there were so many that didn't initially. I think similar to what Simon Sinek said in the video, I really started off by proposing the what, and then moving, towards the how and the why. Procedurally, it just seemed like sound practice. And so that's the direction that I typically took. For example, we had this great initiative called Technology Goes Home, in which I was working with Harvard School of Education. And so, great initiative, bringing technology to the homes of underserved adolescents and their families. And so definitely I started off with the what, and then moved towards the how and the why, and the why being the most important part. But then by the time I got to the why, I had lost, some stakeholders. They understood, they saw the plan, they saw all of the logistics. They understood what we were going to do. They understood how it was going to take place. But then by the time I got to the why, there was just this cloud of ambiguity, which resulted in maybe me having 8 stakeholders participating that were willing to get this program on the road. And so that was one thing that definitely came to mind as I watched the video. Um, and also, in my current capacity, trying to move forward with the Common Core State Standards, which means the pedagogy needs to look different, which means planning has to look different. We want to look at building digital literacy skills amongst all students, and so therefore the resources that need to come in as well. And this definitely kind of gave me something to think about in terms of how I'm looking to move forward. Um, because from what I'm getting from the video, folks essentially need to take your goal, your mission, your vision, and make it their own if they're going to buy in with 100% fidelity and give 110% on a daily basis to making sure that these interventions and these initiatives and these programs and the goals that you've set forth really come to fruition. And I think back as well, I'm trying to stay on one track here. I think back as well to one of the leaders that I had an opportunity to work with as a new teacher at Boston Public Schools. She was responsible for um, developing a school which was essentially 4 small academies, 4 autonomous academies, and working and making sure that all 4 leaders collaborated and that there was cohesion amongst those leaders as they moved forward. And so there was a lot of resources being plugged into the school. It was a pilot school, which means they were trying new things. We had consultants and different firms coming through at different points of the day and throughout the course of the school year. But she was somehow able to take that large staff that she was given, and 4 very different leaders, folks that were very different in their leadership capacity, very different in their leadership style. And she was able to bring cohesion and have all of these stakeholders just take ownership of this mission and vision that she had for the site. And even folks coming in from Harvard School of Education, from Boston University, Boston College, all of these great universities that she had developed partnerships with. There were other organizations as well, Microsoft, Dell, that she had developed partnerships with. And she was able to bring all of these folks together and have everyone buy in to this vision that she had for this school. And inevitably, she was very successful. Thinking back on it, she always focused, on the why. There was no ambiguity. There was no gray, in terms of what the goals were. And so what I got from this video tonight was definitely the fact that, there needs to be a real focus, moving forward in my career as an administrator and as a leader. There really needs to be focus on why I'm doing what I'm doing, and have that steer folks into a direction where they can start, taking ownership and taking accountability for the mission and vision, making it actually their own. And in that way, I can guarantee the success of any initiative or program that I'm trying to push forward.